Mr. Mohan Adhikari. Mr. Sunil Kumar Paudel is one of the eminent writers of Nepal, and today he is presiding our program. Our chief guest, Mr. Pradeep Gewali, I would like to introduce you among you. Deputy General Secretary of Nepali Communist Party UML and former Minister of Foreign Affairs of Nepal. He is one of the popular figures of Nepali politics. And he had served Nepali politics as the member of the House of Representatives and as a minister for several times. Mr. Gewali has a number of literary works ranging from poetry, fiction, essays, as well as critiques of political and philosophical commentaries to his credit. Among us, Wang Xing, Deputy Chief Minister of People's Republic of China. His presence is very highly appreciated and we have immense pleasure for his presence. Among us, we have presence of Mr. Ninu Chapagai. He is former chairman of Devkota-Luxun Academy and at present coordinator of advisory board of Devkota-Luxun Academy. He is also like member of here. And from guest of Nepal, it's my pleasure to invite Mr. Dil Sundar Shrestha, the General Secretary of Parijat Smriti Kendra and the founding editor of famous literary journal Vedana and writer to this program. Please take your seat, sir. Thank you. May I request Mr. Mohan Lohal, sir? I think he's on the way. He's founder, editor of famous literary journal Janamat. It's my honor to request Mr. Melsam Oja, chairperson of Nepal China Academy, who asked to take the seat. Welcome, sir. May I request Ms. Sunita Bhattarai, treasurer of Nepal China Academy, to take the seat. Thank you for your presence.
Now, respected Chairman Sunil Paudel, Chief Guest Pradeep Gewali, former Minister of Foreign Affairs, special guest Professor Dr. Krishna Prasad Oli, newly appointed Ambassador to People's Republic of China from Nepal, special guest Mr. Wang Jing, Deputy Chief of Mission of People's Republic of China, Mr. Ninu Chapagai, Advisory Committee Coordinator of Devkota-Luxun Academy, Speaker on Luxun, Dr. Mahesh Maske, former Ambassador of Nepal to China, Speaker on Devkota, Mr. Rajendra Prasad Adhikari, a writer, poet, Cultural Secretary of People's Republic of China, Director and Program Manager from China Culture Center, participating guests, journalists, invitees, and members of Devkota-Luxun Academy. Now, first of all, I would like to extend my warm welcome to you all on behalf of Devkota-Luxun Academy and myself in this program. And thank you for giving your valuable time. While celebrating 30th anniversary of Devkota-Luxun Academy, first of all, I would like to remember, respect and take inspiration from our great literary figures, Devkota and Luxun, who created literature in favor of general people for their justice, progress and transformation. Devkota-Luxun Academy is an organization working in the field regarding literature as a powerful means of social and cultural transformation.
Articles on Luxun by Nepali critics and writers.
Chief guest, Mr. Pradeep Gewali, former Minister for Foreign Affairs and Deputy General Secretary of CPN-UML. Special guest, Mr. Wang Xing, Deputy Chief of Mission of People's Republic of China to Nepal. Scholars on the dais, Cultural Secretary of People's Republic of China, maybe she is on the way. Director and Program Manager from China Culture Center, participating guests, journalists, and my colleagues of Devkota-Luxun Academy. We all know that Lakshmi Prasad Devkota and Luxun are the greatest literary figures in 20th century, Nepali literature and Chinese literature respectively. Considering the importance of Devkota and Luxun in their respective countries, we established this organization in 2011 under their names and established friendly relations with Beijing Luxun Museum, China, to further strengthen relations through culture, literature, and arts. Within these 13 years, though we cannot claim that we have done a lot of work, we have indeed worked to the extent possible. In this juncture, a delegation led by director of the museum with some professors had visited Nepal at the invitation of our academy in 2003 to attend a third program and was reciprocated by the museum, inviting us to organize exhibition and seminar on Devkota in Beijing in 2015. Our academy has invited them 3 times. The last one was in 2018 when the then director of the museum with 6 professors from different universities of China had visited to present a paper on Luxun's creation of arts in the seminar organized by our academy. A couple of years back, the museum had offered us to translate 49 classical poems of Luxun from English to Nepali, which was translated by myself and was published by Chunpeng Literature and Arts Publishing House, China, in the initiation of the museum. During the seminar, that very book named Classical Poems of Luxun was also released in a hall of Nepal Academy. We have also signed an MOU with Press Club of Sikkim. Following the MOU, the members of these organizations have been inviting each other's organization every alternate year, where apart from other functions, we have been discussing Devkota's and Luxun's contribution. Similarly, we have been launching literary programs in different parts of Nepal and in some places of India, where we also discuss Devkota's and Luxun's contribution. One more thing I must mention is that besides honoring literateurs living in Nepal and India with some cash prize, we have honored a literature of Nepal who had contributed translating Luxun's works in Nepali. Now I would like to talk about some similarities between them in brief. Both of them were born to a traditional, revered and wealthy family and lived a short life. Devkota only 5 years longer than Luxun. They were writers to write against the tyrannical government of their respective countries. Their writings encouraged the people of their respective countries to unite to fight against the autocratic regime, which evidently threw out the regime to establish democracy in Nepal and People's Republic in China. Despite being born in the well-to-do family, due to mismanagement of the income in his family, Devkota has to bear pecuniary problems till death. And due to some other reasons, Luxun had also to bear financial difficulties. There are some more similarities between them, but I don't like to consume much time, as there are 2 scholars in the program, one talking about Devkota and the other about Luxun. With these sentences, I would like to leave the mic for other speakers. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, it's time to learn about Devkota and Luxun. We have already arrived our 2 eminent guests in the dais. From them, I would like to invite Mr. Dr. Mahesh Maske, sir, about speaking about Mahakavi Lakshmi sir. Time is 15 minutes.
Of Chinese Embassy, Mr. Wang Jin, guest speaker, Mr. Rajendra Adhikari, former chair of Devkota-Luxun Academy and literary critic, Mr. Ninu Chabagai, academician Baba Baslet, and many distinguished dignitaries who are present in today's program. It is my privilege and honor to be invited to speak about one of the greatest sons of Nepal, Mahakavi Lakshmi Devkota. I'm very happy that there are many people from China, coming here to listen to our talk today. And I hope that it will be especially useful for you learning about Devkota. I want to express my heartfelt thanks to Devkota-Luxun Academy, which has played a very important role in deepening the understanding and friendship between people of Nepal and China through literature and culture. In short span of 50 years, Devkota has given us more than 40 works, and though proficient in many genres of literature, he was brilliant in poetry, hence the title Mahakavi, the great poet. So much has been written about Devkota by so many critics and admirers in Nepal that it is difficult to find a distinguished name that has not expressed opinion about him. His life and work continues to be a never-ending source of inspiration and new interpretations. His talents and ingenuity for literary creation, his love for nature and spontaneity, his flight of imagination while rooted firmly in the core values of humanity, his genius of expressing deep philosophical meaning through the simplest of words, his upholding of the cause of poor, downtrodden and exploited people in Nepal and all over the world, his daring to stand against oppressive Rana regime and insensitive rulers thereafter, the heart-wrenching sufferings he endured for his conviction, and the praises he earned during his life and after his demise, all make him a legendary, almost a superhuman mythical figure. But we should not lose sight of the person that he was, as most of us are, a composite of strength and weakness, courage and compromises, emotional and irrational. He was the most distinguished icon of the age of Nepali literary romanticism, but he was also a person who was continuously growing in his world outlook, in search of humanity he longed for. In that journey, he made a transition from traditional Hindu Brahmanistic value-ridden romanticism to a revolutionary romanticism that not only stood against Hindu cultural conditioning and oppression, but made an effort to internalize socialist humanistic aspiration, embracing to some extent the dialectical materialistic outlook in his later years. Carrying his share of human frailties, Devkota carved his own path in the literary and political history of Nepal. This is what makes him Aditya, the unmatched and the unique. And at the same time, millions of us could identify with him because, in essence, he was just like one of us, with our own shares of joys and sorrows. As I was preparing myself for this talk, I thought, since Mr. Luxun is relatively known and read in Nepal, you have seen this, the book has come out from this writer. I thought I should try to narrate the story of Devkota to Chinese people in a way that embeds him in the lived experience in their own historical settings. In my medical college days, in the decades of 70s, I came to know about Luxun and read his A Madman's Diary, the true story of Akyu and medicine, among others. The Cultural Revolution of China and Naxalite movement of India has started to subside, but Luxun's name kept on drawing great attractions. China's supreme leader, Mao Zedong, had called him the commander of great proletarian cultural revolution. It was surprising to our young minds that a man died 30 years ago was honored as commander of one of the momentous upheavals in the history of China. As we all know, it aspired to create an environment for emergence of new humans endowed with the value of future classes society. In a life-changing moment, Luxun had dropped out from medical college with a resolve to treat the spirit of the docile and submissive Chinese people rather than their physical body. But he has his doubts and uncertainties. Hence, when he was asked by a friend of his to write in the New Youth Journal, he replied in a metaphorical question. Imagine a group of people sleeping in an iron house whose doors and windows are locked and there is no possibility for escape. Is not it better to let them sleep rather than awake and face suffocating, painful death? The answer his friend gave was equally metaphorical. If some of them wake up, how can you say, a way cannot be found of this house? Luxun saw the point, and thus A Madman's Diary was born, presenting the most scathing criticism of Confucian traditional values just before the May 4th cultural movement of China. In Nepal, locked in the iron house of Rana regime, many a brave and sensitive people faced the same question and came up with the same answer. Among them was Lakshmi Prasad Devkota, born in a well-off family in 1909 and graduated with double bachelor's degree, arts and law. By the age of 38 years, he has already written epics and classics, poems and essays that brought him tremendous fame and admiration. But it is noteworthy that he was often swayed by idealistic imaginations also. His most popular work, Munamodan, seems to give a message that life of the poor is more glorious than the rich, and it is preferable to live in poverty with happy and contented mind. In passing, I should also mention that the critic also point out Devkota was inspired for this work from a Newari ballad, Jiwaya La Lakshmi Madhuni, which he has not acknowledged. In the peak of his fame and creativity, in a life-changing moment, Devkota turns to rebellion against oppressive Rana rule and takes a daring step to break through the iron house. The Second World War has come to an end, and India has attained freedom from the British. Anti-Rana sentiments were brewing in the people, and the political party of Nepali National Congress had come to existence. He goes to Benares clandestinely, leaving his wife and 6 children behind to run an organ of Congress party, Yugabani, or Voice of the Age, as its chief editor. There he writes poems of storms, cataclysm, changes, and revolution. But soon some differences and conflict appear within the ranks of Congress party, which he was associated with. His financial situation becomes precarious, and he has to earn his living by selling his poems. He still tried to carry on for next 2 years in Benares, enduring most agonizing personal pains: dismissal from his job, seizure of his house and property, the death of his son. When he fell extremely ill with malaria and finding no support whatsoever for treatment and survival, Devkota compromised with Ranas for his safe return and resettlement. He returned to Nepal before 1951's failed revolution. One can only imagine the extreme pain and frustration Devkota have endured for this decision. And one can only be ashamed of the situation where it is said that rather than helping him with his basic needs, he was ridiculed and exploited for a packet of cigarettes. When the life in exile of Devkota is contrasted with the exiled life of the supreme leader of Nepali Congress, B.P. Koirala, in the same period, it makes us doubly ashamed. There is no denying about the intellectual height of B.P., but the luxury described in these lines by NC leader and thinker Pradeep Giri is equally absurd. He writes, Ganesh Manji has mentioned that B.P. had to live in extravagance in any circumstances, eat delicious meals, need separate clean bathroom, and travel in first class in train, or if that is not available, then travel in airplane. This is not only Ganesh Manji's view. All who have known B.P. have said this. Such luxurious habits of a leader should have made him unpopular. But in case of B.P., it was the opposite. He had become a hero because of such demeanors. All the Congress cadres wanted to copy him. Sensitive and proud Devkota could hardly swallow the bitterness and tragedy of what he experienced in exile. Devkota yearned for the kind of humanity that 1951 revolution aspired. But such humanity was nowhere to be seen in the post-revolutionary Nepal. To his great disappointment, bewilderment, and frustration, he started becoming more eccentric. People thought he was mad. In response, he wrote one of his most acclaimed poems, The Lunatic, in this period. In contrast to A Madman's Diary, the poem does concede in words, yes, I am a lunatic. But in meaning it conveys, you are lunatic, not me. Through sarcastic words, metaphors, and puns, The poem presents a vision only a genius is capable of. As Professor Vandari has pointed out, in this line, Devkota seems to be echoing what Emily Dickinson had said before. Pardon my sanity in the world of insane. Mahapandit, the great scholar Rahul Sanskrityan, had once said Devkota is Bandhu Prasad Nirala, the Chayavadi trio in one person. He also seemed to have suggested for his treatment because of his reading of the mental condition of Devkota. Though Sanskrityan's praise and concerns were genuine, in both scores Devkota is disappointed in his evaluation. Devkota believed, as lucidly explained by critic Jagannath Tripathi, that each individual is uniquely talented and it is futile to compare them individually or in conglomeration. In similar vein, Shankar Lamishane quotes in his Madan Puraskar speech that Devkota said to him, repetition of work on the same line has no meaning. And as pointed out by many progressive critics, notably Ninu Chapagai, Devkota by then was already moving out of the orbit of Chayavadi romanticism towards the revolutionary romanticism inspired by socialist humanism. Most of his works imbued with socialist humanism are written from this period, Krisibala, Prometheus, and Chukil, for example. It is surprising that a Russian writer, Ludmila Aganina, came close to what Devkota may have felt about himself. She writes, Devkota is compared with Bengali writer Rabindranath Tagore, Hindi Chayavadis, Western romanticists, but he was not a photocopy of others. His writings are original based on his own styles, Devkota's style. It was during Devkota's visit to Tashkent in 1951 as leader of Nepali delegation to Afro-Asian Writers' Conference that she first met Devkota and became inspired to systematically study Nepali literature and Devkota's life and work. Devkota has also visited China earlier, 5 years earlier, when it was victorious in Korean War and undergoing a deep-seated socio-economic transformation. The year was 1953. He stayed there for 2 months and had the opportunity to meet Mao Zedong also. Addressing such glorious Chinese people, he expressed himself in a poem. You have spilled blood, so the roses have blossomed. Look, the east is red. Look, the east is red. The dark night has gone. And about his impression of Mao, he wrote, a peaceful human dignity was radiating from his presence. Like the roar of an ocean, he has spoken through the voice of the millions. He is a manifestation of power, armed with the knowledge of his own struggle and experience. When Earth's glory was getting dimmer and duller, he is a mountain peak reflecting the sun rays in the peaceful ambience of immense greatness. We can only speculate how would have Devkota creatively evolved in his latter years had he lived longer. All indications make it likely that he would gravitate towards a Marxist dialectical thinking and aesthetics. Devkota and Luxun are a symbol of friendship between Nepal and China. It is my sincere hope that Devkota-Luxun Academy will be able to forge literary collaboration and create an environment for meeting and exchange of writers from both countries. Let me conclude my speech with the words of Ludmila Aganina again. Days will go on, many people will leave this world, but the personalities like Devkota will never die. They will live in the hearts of the people forever. I would like to add here that her words are equally true for Luxun also. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for enlightening us with the beautiful words about Devkota, which enlighten us that he's, as they have already said, Prasad Panta Nirala, the third trio of Indian Hindi literary makers. Devkota alone can the combination of one. That is well said by Rahul Sankritan. Rahul Sankritan once also quoted that after Buddha, Devkota is the only true humanitarian that I have ever seen. And we are very fortunate that this is the land of Buddha as well as the land of Devkota. And now, I can see in our hall some of our distinguished guests have already arrived. I would like to welcome some of more guests to their respective seats. We have Mr. Jivan Sharma. He is popularly known as Jana Gayak, and today we will be listening his song. He normally sing the popular singer singing the song of the people of the land of Nepal. And we have among us we have Mr. Sneha Sahani sir. He is the chief of Pratapghar, writer of Nepal. And I can see Dr. Upendra Gautam sir. He is a secretary, China Study Center, for his present presence. We are very happy and thank you sir. And Mr. Balkrishna Shrestha sir. He is chairman of Oranica Society to Tennessee. Thank you. And here we have Jitesh Mahajan sir from program. He is a program assistant from China Cultural Center. Who all are
चीनले लुसुनका सपनाहरू, लुसुनले दिएका सपनाहरू अथवा लुसुनले दिएका साहित्यहरूको आधारमा आज गरेको जुनले सामाजिक आर्थिक विकास क्रान्तिका नमुनाहरू के हुन्, अहिले समाजमा त्यहाँ चाहिँ मतलब लुसुन कसरी चाहिँ भिजेका छन्, कसरी जान्छन् भन्ने हिसाबसँग नेपालको अहिलेको समाजलाई हामीले अलिक क्रिटिकल रूपमा, अलिक सूक्ष्म रूपमा अध्ययन गर्नुपर्ने बेला भएन र नेपाली समाज कहाँनिर हो, त्यो कसरी त्यो समाज त्यहाँ गयो होइन भनेपछि त्यसले गरेको आर्थिक जुन विकासको सँग चाहिँ नेपालको समाजले हामी आफैमा चाहिँ मतलब एउटा परिवर्तनको सबभन्दा जरुरी हो, हाम्रो सोचाइको परिवर्तनको जरुरी भयो नि। हामी समाधान नभएको कुराहरू गरिरहेका छौँ, हामी समाधान दिन सकिरहेका छैनौँ। अनि के हो त्यसलाई हामीले चाहिँ मतलब साधारण रूपमा अहिले सामाजिक सञ्जालले हामीलाई सजिलो गरिदिएको छ, हामी त्यसमा चाहिँ लगेर ठुस्से केही कुराहरू हाल्छौँ जसले गर्दाखेरि बहुलाको डायरीको जुन कथा हो त्यो रिपिट चाहिँ नेपालमा भइरहेको छ कि छैन भन्ने हिसाबले चाहिँ मलाई लाग्छ होइन। यो मैले फेरि यो बिचमा अलिकति दोहोऱ्याएर केही कृतिहरू पढ्दाखेरि चाहिँ म त हामी त्यही साइकलमा पुगिरहेका छौँ भनेपछि हामीले सिक्यौँ क्या त्यो बिचमा भनेपछि यो कुराहरू चाहिँ मतलब अलिकति हामीले अलिक गम्भीर रूपमा हेर्ने र यसलाई अलिकति तुलनात्मक रूपले अध्ययन गर्ने अवस्थाहरूसँग गएपछि अनि नेपालका साहित्यकारहरू अब देवकोटाको बारेमा थुप्रै लेखेका छन्, थुप्रै हामीले चर्चा गरेको छौँ। उहाँ महाकवि हुनुहुन्छ, त्यसमा त हो नै हामीले उहाँलाई त्यो लिएर बोकेर हामीले हिँड्छौँ नि, हाम्रो महाकवि हुनुहुन्छ भनेपछि त्यसपछिका साहित्यमा प्रभाव पारेका हाम्रा युद्धप्रसाद मिश्रहरू, पारिजातहरू, श्याम प्रसादहरूका लेखन र उसलाई पनि यो लुसुन देवकोटा प्रतिष्ठानहरूले त्यसलाई पनि त्यसमा भएका समाज बदल्ने चेतहरूलाई हामीले लिएर जानु पर्ला कि नपर्ला होइन भने हामी फेरि पनि त्यही पागलको डायरीको जस्तै एउटा साइकलभित्रै हामी घुम्छौँ कि घुम्दैनौँ, हामीले नयाँ कुराहरू कसरी लैजान्छौँ भन्ने हिसाबमा नयाँपनहरू खोज्नु पनि जरुरी हुन्छ कि भन्ने हजुरहरूसँग खालि मेरो एकदम विनम्र थोरै बुझाइको कुराहरू म यहाँ राख्न चाहन्छु। अब यसले गर्दाखेरि के भने वर्तमान सामाजिक, राजनीतिक एवं आर्थिक अवस्थाको सूक्ष्म विश्लेषण चाहिँ आम जनताका समस्याहरूलाई नयाँ ढङ्गले उठाउनु पर्ने देखिएको छ र त्यसले गर्दाखेरि व्यक्ति र साहित्यमा फरक देखिने अवस्थालाई हामीले कसरी कम गर्न सक्छौँ भन्ने हिसाबले जानुपर्ने छ। यो जुन द्वैतपना होइन अर्थशास्त्रीहरूले बढी उपयोग गर्छन् कि डुअलिजम, द्वैतपना, यो चाहिँ अविकसित देशको चाहिँ मतलब सबभन्दा ठुलो रोग हो डुअलिजम भनेपछि। त्यो डुअलिजममा दुईवटा कुरा एक्जिस्ट गर्छ होइन, सँगसँगै गर्छ होइन। एकदम एक्सट्रिम गयो अहिले हामीले हेऱ्यौँ भने सडकमा तपाईँको सिमेन्ट बोकेर हातले बोकेर पिठमा बोकेर बुझाएर आएको पनि देख्छौँ, अनि आरएमसी रेडिमेड कङ्क्रिटमा पाइपबाट चाहिँ ढुङ्गा हालिरहेको पनि देख्छौँ। दुईवटा कसरी एक्जिस्ट गर्छ भनेपछि यो नै हो अविकासको चरण है। त्यो दिमागबाट हामी पनि बाहिर जान सक्यौँ। मैले खालि एउटा सानो निवेदन मात्रै गरेको यहाँलाई, अनि एउटा सेक्टर मात्रै हो कि हामीले विभिन्न सेक्टरहरूमा त्यो कुराहरूलाई हामीले हेर्न सक्छौँ र समयप्रतिको हाम्रो संवेदनशीलता एकदमै कम भयो, त्यसलाई हामीले बढाउन सकेनौँ भनेपछि यस्ता कुराहरू जसले हाम्रा विरोधाभास, भित्र रहेको विरोधाभास देखाउँछ। मलाई लाग्छ यति यहाँहरूसँग निवेदन गर्दै म हजुरहरूसँग बिदा हुने अनुमति दिन चाहन्छु र यसलाई हामीले अगाडि बढाउनुपर्छ र यो नियमित रूपमा क्रमिक रूपमा लैजानुपर्छ र यसलाई अझै मतलब हामीले जस्तो मैले एउटा सानो निवेदन गर्नु पर्ने, नेपालको अहिले साहित्यहरू एक्लियो, एकजना सम्मानित व्यक्तित्वले आफ्नो सम्मान ग्रहण गर्दाखेरि के भन्नुभयो भनेदेखि आज यहाँ सम्मान धेरै भयो, मैले सम्मान पाइरहेको छु धेरै भयो, त्यो पढ्ने पाठक चाहिँ पाइदिनँ, त्यसमा पाठकलाई सम्मान गर्नुपर्ने हो कि भन्ने स्थितिमा हामी पुग्यौँ भनेर भन्नुभयो होइन। उहाँले भनेपछि त्यो अवस्थालाई चिर्नको निमित्त हामीले यसका चाहिँ जुन स्रोतहरू हुन् ती स्रोतहरूमा हामी कसरी पुग्छौँ भन्ने विषयमा पनि चिन्तन गरौँ भन्ने यति कुरा राख्दै मलाई फेरि पनि यति यहाँहरूको अगाडि बसेर यो कठिन परीक्षा को निमित्त बोलाइदिनु भएको आग्रह गर्नुभएकोमा आयोजकहरूको प्रति हार्दिक आभार व्यक्त गर्न चाहन्छु र फर speaking, for delivering my few words in Nepali, I would like to again beg pardon from my Chinese delegates, please. Thank you so much.
हार्दिक आभार डाक्टर राजेन्द्र अधिकारी सर, तपाईको नेपाली भाषामा जुन चाहिँ लिनुभयो यसले हामीलाई अझ मातृभाषामा लुसुनलाई बुझ्न धेरै सहयोग गर्यो। बङ्गलामा रवीन्द्रनाथ ठाकुरले भनेका छन्, यदि तोड डाक सुने क्यों नासे तब एक्ला छन्, यदि तिम्रा पुकारहरू सुनेर कोही आउँदैन भने तिमी एक्लै हिँड। If no one responds to your call, then go to your own way alone. This is the song given by Rabindranath Tagore. And the same thing can be seen in the context of Lusun's thought-provoking cultural revolutions. Once he has said, hope cannot be said to exist, nor can it be said not to exist. It is just like roads across the earth. For actually, the road had no roads to begin with, but when many men passes one way, the road is made. आफ्नो बाटाहरू आफैले बनाउँदै हिँड्नुपर्छ भन्ने जुन चाहिँ लुसुनको छ त्यसै। How to implement the thought-provoking cultural revolutions of Lusun on the context of Nepali is well described by Dr. Rajendra Adhikari sir. I would like to thank you for this thought-provoking lecture. And now it's time to invite our special guest, Mr. Wang Singh sir, Deputy Chief of Mission, Embassy of PR of China to Nepal. I would like to invite him for his words.
Honorable Mr. Pradeep Jirawali, former Foreign Minister and Deputy General Secretary of the CPN. Honorable Dr. Mahash Lasky, former Ambassador of Nepal to China. Respected Mr. Sunil Kumar Podial, Chairman of Devkota-Luxun Academy. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and namaskar. It is my great pleasure to join you in today's program, a function of the establishment day of Devkota-Luxun Academy. On behalf of His Excellency Ambassador Chen Shou and the Chinese Embassy in Nepal, I would like to extend my warm congratulations on the 13th anniversary of the establishment of Devkota-Luxun Academy, and heartfelt thanks to all present today who have long been committed to the China-Nepal friendship. Luxun is a great writer and a great hero of modern China. He enjoys a very high reputation in today's China. More and more people, including many youth, has come to love Luxun because Luxun has devoted the whole life to the social progress and national development of China. And Devkota is also a great poet who sing for the Nepali people. So these two people, they share a lot of similarities. Both of them have offered profound, through their works, profound insights and strong calls for the betterment of humanity and society. The establishment of Devkota-Luxun Academy symbolizes the integration and mutual learning of the cultures and the national spirits of China and Nepal. It represents our shared responsibility for the development of a civilization and also witnesses the deep friendship between our two peoples. So I would like to take this opportunity to pay tribute to these two great masters and to the enduring friendship between our peoples. Dear friends, In recent years, as the strategic partnership between China and Nepal has got further deepened, cultural exchanges and cooperation between our two countries have gained significant momentum. I think everybody has heard of the Global Civilization Initiative put forward by His Excellency President Xi Jinping. The initiative advocates respect for the diversity of civilizations, the common values of humanity, the importance of inheritance and the innovation of civilizations, as well as robust international people-to-people exchanges and cooperation. To this end, the Chinese Embassy since last year has been actively implementing the Global Civilization Initiative. We have successfully organized the Nepal-China Friendship and Jungle Motor Race Festival in Pokhara International Mountain Cross Country Competition, Chinese New Year celebrations in Kathmandu, Lumbini International Peace Festival, and other large-scale cultural and sports exchange programs. These initiatives have helped create a new model which would help the peoples of our two countries to understand each other better, and that also with a view to promoting tourism and economic development of Nepal. So in 2024, between January and October, about 83,000 Chinese visitors have come to Nepal. That's an increase of around 35,000 compared to the previous year. So we believe that all these bodes well for the tourism industry here in Nepal, but also to strengthen people-to-people relations between our two countries. Dear friends, next year marks the 70th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between China and Nepal. It is also the Nepal visit year in China as declared by our leaders last year. The two countries will engage in a series of celebration and tourism promotional activities. So I believe that the spiritual legacies of Luxun and Devkota, among other things, will surely make its due contributions to the development of a closer China-Nepal community with a shared future. Finally, let's always for the enduring friendship between our two countries to flourish across the Himalayas for generations to come. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wang Xin sir, for enlightening us with the words. And now we are on the verge of ending the program. So we have our chief guest, Honorable Pradeep Diwali sir, among us. I would like to request him here to present his blessings to us.
Thank you, Dr. Sujana Sharma, Chair of the program and President of this Academy, Mr. Sunil Paul, Deputy Chief of Mission, the Chinese Ambassador to Kathmandu, Mr. Wang, Reward Ninudai, Dr. Maske, Dr. Adhikari, and all esteemed guests from China and delegates from Nepal. Good afternoon and namaskar, ni hao. Let me congratulate Devkota-Luxun Academy for its 13th anniversary. I would like to wish the further success, further more active contribution to strengthening Nepal-China relations, focusing on the socio-cultural aspect. During these 13 years, Academy has done wonderful jobs. It has published many books related to Luxun and Devkota, introducing both luminaries in their respective countries, and it has contributed to further strengthen the people-to-people relation. So at the outset, I'd like to express my sincere thanks and best wishes for the more brighter future of this academy. The founders of this academy were very far-sighted while establishing this academy, because it is an important initiative to strengthen our relation in cultural spheres. I would like to pay my tribute to the greatest luminaries of society, where all people can live with harmony, without any fear, be assured of their future, and with peace. In this regard, their legacy are still relevant, I think. We have already listened to very important lecture by Dr. Maske and Dr. Adhikari about Luxun and about Devkota. There are so many similarities between those two towering personalities, and their thoughts, their writings, their poems, their stories, their essays has contributed a lot to transform both society. Though Nepali society has not been transformed as we wish, as we expect, but still we are in the process, and in the days ahead as well, their inspiration will be relevant, their inspiration will encourage us to serve the people. What the most striking phenomenon about the Luxun's involvement in the literary activities was, as already Dr. Maske mentioned, when the editor of the New Youth magazine asked him to contribute in their magazine, he was reluctant. He was not very positive. He told, there is a big iron house, no single window, people are sleeping well, let them accept the death with peacefully. If I awake, they will face the agony of the death. What is the relevancy of that type of awakening? But his friend very wisely encouraged him that if you awake few of them and they try to destroy the iron wall, there will be a big raise of the hope. That famous statement gives the inspiration of the new literary life of Luxun, and I would like to thank that friend which paved the way for the making of that great literary person. And later on, he participated in many activities. Sometimes he was warranted by the government, but never he compromised. He always, through his writing, awakened the Chinese people for the socio-economic transformation. Though he never joined the Communist Party of China, but he was very friendly, and he was the source of inspiration to the Chinese communists. And he congratulated the Chinese comrades of the accomplishment of the Long March, and later on he was one of the founder of the League of the Leftist Writers of Chinese. So his literary contribution, still inspiring Chinese society, not only in Chinese society, but all over the world. The people who want peace, people who want equality, freedom, and a dignified life. For those people, Luxun is a great source of inspiration. In Nepal, he has a big impact. The Madman's Diary, the true story of the Ahakyu, are famous in Nepali society, and inspired by the true story of the Ahakyu that was dramatized in theater, and later on there was a film, movie, like Talgzan versus Tulge. Tulge versus Talgzan, I think, that was inspired by the true story of the Ahakyu. So Luxun has a great impact in Nepali society as well. And needn't to say that is also a great source of inspiration. When he was exiled to India after the library incident, he wrote a song, poem, which reads as, ज्यानै पो जाओस् प्राणै पो जाओस् प्रवाह गर्दैनौँ मानिसलाई चाहिने हक नलिई छाड्दैनौँ मर्नु त एक दिन अवश्य पर्छ पशु चाहिँ नजिउँ मानिस हौँ भने मानिस जन जिउँ मानिसको हक दिउँ. Before the 1951 revolution, he wrote, Mr. Devkota wrote this poem calling the people for rights, fight for their right and for freedom. Yes, there are some ups and downs in his life, but he never compromised the noble goal of serving the people, serving the humanity. Both laureates have very painful ending of their life. Luxun was caught by TB, tuberculosis and asthma, and Devkota was caught by cancer. And the final days, they were very, very painful days. And maybe by the agony of that pain, Devkota told that, please destroy all my writings except the Munamala. And Luxun told that, don't have any formal funerals for me, forget me, live your life on yourself, do better for the humanity, but forget me. That type of humility, that type of politeness, that type of simplicity, the both luminaries were carrying on. So their virtue, their inspiration, their legacy are still relevant, and I think it is more relevant nowadays because whole world is facing the negative impact of consumerism, market economy and its negative impacts. Still we are facing wars, we are still facing violence. Still there are big divide between the haves and the have-nots. So those noble goals which were endured by the Luxun and Devkota for egalitarian society, a peaceful society, a harmonious society is still still not achieved yet. So taking the inspiration from their legacy, we should work together for the betterment of the people, betterment of the society, betterment of the humanity. In this regard, I think Devkota-Luxun Academy is doing, and I hope that in the days ahead, more activities inviting the scholars, literary figures of both the countries. We can share our experiences. We can learn from each other, and we can translate the best creations in each other's languages, and it will further strengthen our bilateral relations as well. Having said that, I'd like to express my sincere thanks to Devkota-Luxun Academy for inviting me in this important event and providing me the opportunity to say a few words and to pay tribute to the great divinities Devkota-Luxun. Thank you. Thank you very much.
न सकते याद दिन में जन्मेरा मैले के गर्न सकते हावामा उड्न खोज्दै थिए तारा बिस्तारै उठ्न खोज्दै थिए तारा खानु पर्यो चोटै चोट थाप्दैमा हेर यो संसारमा जन्मेर मैले के गर्न सक्थे र च्यातिएको टोपीभित्र मुख लुकाएर हो च्यातिएको टोपीभित्र मुख लुकाएर सडकको बिचै बिच हिँडिरहन्छु चुहिने डुङ्गामा रक्सी भरेर हो चुहिने डुङ्गामा रक्सी भरेर नदीको धारै धार बगिरहन्छु नदीको धारै धार बगिरहन्छु यो दुर्दिनमा जन्मेर मैले के गर्न सक्थे र आफैतिर सोझिएका हजार बैरी औलाको हो आफैतिर सोझिएका हजार बैरी औलाको वास्तै नगरेर हिँड्छु बाटै बाटो गोरु झैँ बनेर सिरनी हुराई हो गोरु झैँ बनेर सिरनी हुराई सेवा गर्छु बरुमा केटाकेटीको सेवा गर्छु बरुमा केटाकेटीको यी दुर्दिनमा जन्मेर मैले के गर्न सक्थे र एकान्त ठाउँ यो सानो मेरो कोठामा हो एकान्त ठाउँ यो सानो मेरो कोठामा एकान्त पनको
लिन्छु आनन्द हिउँद होस् या गर्मी शरद होस् या बसन्त हो हिउँद होस् या गर्मी शरद होस् या बसन्त एकान्तपनको लिन्छु आनन्द एकान्तपनकोमा लिन्छु आनन्द यो दुर्दिनमा जन्मेर मैले के गर्न सक्थे र यी दुर्दिनमा जन्मेर मैले के गर्न सक्थे र बिस्तारै उठ्न खोज्दै थिए तर बिस्तारै उठ्न खोज्दै थिए तर खानु पर्यो चोटै चोट थाप्लैमा हेर यी दुर्दिनमा जन्मेर मैले के गर्न सक्थे र
With this, thank you, sir. Honorable Mr. Pradeep Gyawali sir's words were very enriching and enlightening to us. And with this, we are ending this program. And I'm here to thank you all. Thank you all the distinguished guests on the dais and all the guests coming from different institutions who are present in this hall. Now, for your presence, we are very happy and hope to see you in coming days also. I want to thank all the media persons and everyone who had helped us directly or indirectly to organize this program. And with this, with the permission of our chairman, I want to announce that our program ends here. Thank you very much. Namaste. And one more announcement, there is high tea. So I request all the guests to take that before leaving this hall. Thank you very much.